Okay, now it's time for the Division 3 Grand Final, and while we won't be covering this on 88.3 Southern FM, it's just as important nonetheless to both the sides competing, Sky and Mount Waverley. And I'm joined first of all by the Sky Senior Coach Corey Stevens. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Ron. Nice to be here.
Been a fantastic year for Sky. It's been a culmination of a couple of years of building, hasn't it, down there?
Yeah, it's the club's only 4 years old, so it's been sort of pretty quick, the growth there, and to get the under-18s up and going this year. But for myself, I've been there for the past 3 years, one as assistant coach and two as coach, and it's sort of been something that we've been aiming at and we've been working together all along.
Last year you had your first taste of finals, got knocked out in the first week in what was a very, very close contest in Division 3 last year. Obviously South Yarra won that last year and now gone on to bigger and better things in Division 2. Yep. Obviously it's something you look forward to maybe emulating?
Yeah, we had a meeting during the year as a club, and I sort of put that to our committee. I went to one of the committee meetings and I said, probably worthwhile talking to a club like South Yarra or a team such as themselves that have been to probably, you know, where they were out of the competition or whatever, and then reinvented themselves and have come back, and the way they've gone about things, I reckon it's a credit to the way they've done things is real credit to them. And yeah, I do base ourselves a little bit on the way the South Yarra Footy Club go about things.
Well, yeah, just while we're talking about South Yarra, they're a very strong side. They have three teams. You are in the same boat down at Sky with three sides, the seniors and reserves, both playing in grand finals this weekend, both against Mount Waverley and the Colts, who just missed out on a grand final berth on the weekend.
Yeah, it's been really good. All three sides have done really well this year. The Colts have been fantastic for us, so it's made a big difference. Obviously, we played half a dozen of them up in the seniors. Just gives you a bit of youth around the place as well. They keep you on your toes. They call me old boy, so yeah, no, but they're good. It's really good.
And any chance with the Colts not playing this weekend? Any chance a couple of those guys maybe squeezing into the 1s or 2s grand final team?
A couple of kids will train. A couple of Colts will train, but probably more for the experience rather than anything else. I mean, I know you can bring them into the reserves, any amount of them into the reserves, the way the rule's written, but probably the way things have been going, we wouldn't look at doing that. Not this week anyway.
No, the guys in the reserves have probably certainly earned their spot.
Yeah, they've earned their spot, yeah, well and truly.
Now, being that this is your first grand final as senior coach, how are you going into this? Obviously, a little early in the week for the nerves to kick in, but how are you going to manage that as it gets closer and closer?
I think the experience of playing in the second semi a couple of weeks ago was really good for myself personally. I was very, very nervous then, and this week haven't been too bad as of yet. Probably start getting the messages from about tomorrow and the well wishes and all that. Hopefully they get them out of the way early. But look, we've gone about the things the same way all year, and we're not going to change it now. We're just going to, training wise and all that sort of stuff, stick to what's worked and see how we go.
So it's just another game. It's all between the ears.
Yeah, we sort of say that finals, I'm a big believer that the final isn't just another game. You've got to lift your intensity and all that, but training wise and stuff like that, we'll stick with the same regime type thing.
Look, you've had a fantastic playing list to select your side from all year, and the combination of all the hard work that you put in is the big redhead down in the goal square who's backed up 100 goals last year with another 100 this year. How important is Shane Rowley to your side?
Yeah, he's a very important player to us, but we've won games when he hasn't kicked goals, and we missed him for a couple of games this year. But yeah, come finals time, the big crowds and big weather, the big fella gets really excited. So hopefully he can emulate what he did 2 weeks ago.
Well, yeah, he's coming off a bag of 10.
Yeah.
In windy conditions, he's pretty dead-eye dick, isn't he?
Yeah, he kicked really true last week, or the week before, sorry, and yeah, played very well.
Now, do you look at having any changes? You can chop and change, obviously, the 1s and 2s playing on the grand final. You can chop and change. Any changes, likely changes from the second semi?
There'll definitely be one. A bloke come in, he's come back from a hamstring, he's missed 4 weeks with it, so he's right to go. He's in our best 10, I would say, so he'll come back in. But probably the first time all year, touch wood, by the looks of things, we're going to have a full list to pick from.
And the two sides, yourself and Mount Waverley, both running sides, it's going to be a heck of a game of footy, isn't it?
Yeah, well, Mount's a very good side. They run the footy well, and I watched them on the weekend, and I think that's how they won their last 2 games, just by the run, and they're a fairly fit side as well.
Okay, well, we've heard from Corey Stevens from Sky Footy Club. His opposite half will be Brad Collins, senior coach from Mount Waverley, in the big grand final Saturday afternoon down at Ross Street Reserve. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Ryan.
Now, look, first of all, I just want to touch on what a fantastic achievement it's been for Mount Waverley Footy Club in 2009. Not only have you been able to get all three sides, the seniors, reserves and the third 18, into the grand final, but you've done that with a couple of disruptions during the year.
Yeah, it was great, obviously, with the drought and so forth. The local council deemed Mayfield to be, couldn't play on it, so they sent us down to Wellington Reserve, which is a bit of a...
It's not around the corner, is it?
Not around the corner, so that, had to extend the training, starting time, etc. The club that we went down there didn't even know we were coming, so we rolled up there without the key. And so, for the club to move as a whole, to go down there and then come back during the year after the council told us that we're going to go back again, it's been fantastic.
The main disruption that everyone around the league's talking about is that of your own health. There was a scare early, middle of the season where you nearly tossed in the reins down at Mount Waverley, but were coerced into staying on in the job, and I'm sure that's paying dividends now. Yeah,
hopefully it has. I mean, wouldn't touch wood that no one else goes through it, but both the club and the Southern Football League and all involved have been fantastic in conjunction with my family to get me through that as quick as I can. I mean, I've still got an ongoing battle, but from now on it's all forward and positive, and I think the club adapt that. No one lingers on it. The boys, not many people know, but the boys all wear the yellow tape on their wrists every week since that. But that's something
to signify cancer research.
Yeah, the players group have taken that on. So hopefully, that's another disruption, but hopefully that the football club, to its positive note, has got all three finals in all three teams in the finals, which is great.
That is a fantastic achievement. Now, you said on the cusp of going up into Division 3. You've done it the hard way. You were beaten by most of the sides above you during the season, but have knocked over Hampton and now Doveton and sit only one win away from a premiership. How's that different to what Mount Waverley has done in the past?
Well, obviously, in the past they've been hunted, and they've had, all the pressure's been on them. I think with a role reversal now that we've got beaten by all three sides above us, so now it's a challenge to them that they probably haven't had in the past to beat them. They're the hunter, and they're adapting well, and we've shown in the final series that we're more than capable of beating those top sides. And
very, very hungry.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Now, you went out in straight sets under a different coach. Steve Muscat, who has moved on, went out in straight sets in 2008. But it has been a fantastic year in 2009, and 2010's looking promising with yourself and also your number one star down there, Jared Wilkin, re-signing for next year already.
Yeah, I wanted to have a nice Christmas lunch, so myself and the current committee got together, and we've in relation to Jared, we think he's the future of the football club, if not the football league. We want to keep him. He's already had offers from Eastern Division football clubs, so forth, emails and phone calls, etc. So we nipped it in the bud straight away, and in conjunction with the 2009 committee, we've appointed Jared as assistant coach for the senior football club. Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, he's relatively new to footy. I think it's only his 5th or 6th season of playing the game. Came across from basketball.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's basketball. To tell you the truth, he's playing in a basketball final, I'd say tonight, a grand final, which I'm not too happy about, but they're young, they're fit, what can you do?
That's it, passionate about their sport. Now, how do we go about at Mount Waverley, going into this week's game knowing that, we've fallen over big hurdles in the past, being knocked out in straight sets. What's the mindset of the guys going into this week's game?
I try not to focus on it. We've 6 weeks ago started a little campaign, and that we weren't going to look back. We could only go forward. No doubt that some of the senior members in the team, always remember that, and I'll probably remember that for my whole life. But hopefully they dig deep this Saturday, and just pray that it doesn't happen again. But I'm sure if I've got all the confidence in the squad, everyone does the right thing, we'll